What's up, y'all? It's the Gotcha Mogul here, and it's day 5, and you guys want a PvP gearing guide. And guess what? Here's my unofficial one. So, the issue with me in this game right now for PvP is that I'm so used to Epic 7 and I did not play the JP version of this game, much like you guys. So my knowledge is pretty limited to other games, other gacha games with PvP. But the great thing about this game is that it functions similarly to Epic 7, where you do need to meet certain speed thresholds to make sure you don't get lapped, whether you're playing with a bruiser playstyle or a cleaver playstyle. And if you don't know what a bruiser playstyle is, or a cleaver playstyle, or maybe even like a tanky stall playstyle, well, I'll bucket them for you and summarize them for you quickly. So, stall playstyle is super tanky team, probably 2 healers. You try to just burn out the other team, whittle them down while keeping your own units up with healers and tanks. Um, Bruiser playstyle is what I think is the best playstyle for everyone because it is where even free to play players have the ability to challenge dolphins and whales, because bruiser playstyles force people into this mid tier of speed that is accessible to everyone, but is based on bulk and attack, so there's more opportunity for strategy within the playstyle. And then there's cleave, which is you focus on speed and glass cannon attack, and as long as you go first, you win. And this is typically whale territory, people who pay for dupes and things of that nature, so that it is literally impossible to match their speed stat. So if they go first, you lose. But the good thing about bruiser playstyles is that if you build your team properly, you can still survive a cleave. Because typically, if a cleave team goes first and they don't win from like their first turn cycle, they'll more than likely die because they've wasted all their stats going into speed. They can't really, be as bulky as they would hope. So let's look at some of the gearing that I've been doing. So right now, my team is kind of trash. I've been trying to kind of get a good synergy team going. I'm doing like a hybrid of cleave and bruiser, which sounds crazy, right? So I'm gonna give you an idea what I'm working on right now for my own PvP team. So here I have Phantom. This is Phantom's gear. Let me equip the rest of her gear. Right now she's sharing gear with Chihaya because it's just hard to upgrade gear right now. Oops, it's right here. So right now, sharing stats with Chihaya, but I'm at 225 speed. This can easily go up. So cleavers, my fellow cleavers out there, or just speed teams, you want to make sure you're rolling high with these speed stats. I kind of just took whatever came my way. So I have a gold 12 here. I got 10 here. I have, oh, that's speed boots. I have 10 here, and I have 15. I think 15 is the absolute highest. So as you can imagine, I'm missing out on probably 20 points of speed already just from not having max speed rolls here, which is insane. Well, more than that, because I'm missing 5 here, missing another 5 here, that's 10, missing 3 here, 13, missing 7 here, so exactly 20. And then of course, leveling up to max, I think this brings me around 30. So that would put me at another 6. So I'm down 26 speed. So I can easily hit 251. And then going into info, where you see the speed imprints, where I'm talking about this, the whale level, you can increase the speed of all of your other allies. I think at max, you can have Phantom boost your team up by an extra 12 speed. So 263. So this is what you got to look at, right? So here's some of the gears that I'm farming, right? That I've been farming right now. Have you guys take another look? As you can see, I'm highly tailoring my gear to kind of fit the playstyle that I want. But I'm only using the characters I know that I have gear for. If you look at my previous video, like I said, your gear dictates the units that you use. And Nemophilia is proof here. For some reason, I've been getting God roll like tank gear, like defense gear anyway. She's only level 40. No, with only 2 rank ups, and I got her at 2000 defense. Imagine what my gear looks like. So let's take a look. This one is basic. I'm probably going to what is it, cast this so I could just raise the rank up for a few of these stats, because the stats are really good. So I think I'm going to waste the mats for casting on it because it fits her perfectly. Look at this. Crit, defense, speed puts me at 155. Crit damage, health, defense, crit, perfect. Look at this. Double gold defense, crit damage, critical, crit damage, defense, critical, and defense, crit damage, health, critical, like, and of course the defense main stat. So you, as you could imagine, like I was unhappy. I'm like, why can't these be attack rolls? And guess what makes this game good is that they have units that scale with pretty much everything. If your account for some reason you keep on getting defensive or bulky stats, that's a good thing. There is a unit that can use it. But unfortunately, that means if you know you have a bunch of gear that's rolling like, gold health and gold like this, all right, I need to start looking at some bruiser playstyles and look at maybe trying to roll for Shura, because as we all know, she scales off of HP. So it's very important to really know your luck, play the game towards your luck. Now, going into the more strategy portion of the video, right? So what should I aim for a more bruisery playstyle? And I can tell you right now, it's early game. Well, yeah, it's super early game. So you can honestly get away with 130 speed units, but I would say you can only get up to 130 speed units for maybe until you get into like the top 1000, right? Because those are like the more serious players. But 130 speed is like the bare minimum if you guys just want to do your dailies. But soon you're going to be outclassed. I would say in the next 3 weeks there's going to be people averaging 150 speed, and then I would say by the end of the month or next 5 weeks, people will be averaging about 160 speed. So I predict the bruisery mid speed speeds will be anywhere between 160 and 170 for bruisery playstyles. So that's where pretty much the mid game would be for this early on in the game, while everyone's trying to perfect their gear. Right now my Shura is short, right? But if I were to, oh yeah, this is horrible. Don't do this, guys. I took a 5-star. I thought it was just gonna convert into 6-star stats. It just didn't work out. But see, I'm aiming for 150 right now for all my units. So that's 145 for Nemophilia. 9 here, 155. Right now I'm trying to aim for that 150-ish speed where I'm still faster than the newer players, and I'm kind of crawl towards that 160, 170 for everyone, which is definitely possible. But as I've shown you with the cleaver playstyles, there are people right now actually running 240 speed plus units. Like their units are not balanced at all. As you can see, I have a nice mixture of attack, critical, and crit damage. People are just going, I don't need any attack, I just need like effectiveness and speed, and that's it. And what they're doing is CCing you with units like Kagari, who can AP push herself and AP reduce your team, reducing your amount of times that you turn cycle. So these are things you have to think about. If you are not a spender, I would say stay away from units that are very speed intensive, like Phantom, Sirius, because yeah, you may go first, but you will be tickling like the other team, right? Because they don't really do as much damage. Sirius does a decent amount of damage, but people are going to be running a lot more Shura, right, type units, which means like less opportunities to just straight cleave, because Sirius is not cleaving Shura. A well-built Shura will eat a Sirius S3. So I'm focusing on kind of creating my balance right now, and I suggest that you guys play the game towards your threshold of spend. If you're free to play, stick with slower, bulky teams. If you are a Dolphin, try to go up for that Epic 7 kind of 170 speed, but a good balance of attack and defense bruisery playstyle. And if you're a whale, you know, you guys do whale things. You already know this information. So let's talk about the kind of gears, you know, to keep again. So in my last video, I went over, oh, you know, I'm not keeping blue stat gear, like things that are all blue. I should have specified if they're all um like perfect rolls, like in individual stats, like you have one crit, one attack, one crit damage, one speed. You might want to keep them, but right now it's kind of early for that because yes, you can go into the fleet and use the fuse mechanic here, the fuse logic here, and take gear stats and transfer them to another. But I think this is a waste of mats. This early on, just focus on the quality of your gear. You only kind of focus on doing this later on, right? Like when you really are like pressed for, like, I guess, you know, optimizing your gear to like to squeeze out every last stat. Because what's gonna happen is all you're gonna do is fuse. You're going to take one gear and just bring all the blue stats here, right? And then you're gonna have to go and then cast that same gear. And this is extremely expensive to do. Like, I'm gonna show you guys, like, these mats I've been farming 24/7, and this is out of 5. A lot of them is out of, if you have a gold, sorry, if you have a gold roll already, look at how much it's going to cost. 15. Look at my level. I'm level 52. It's only day 5. The day just started for me, and I still don't have a lot of that material to use. So it's so expensive that people are gonna say, oh, you know, keep your blue gears, because no, it's not worth it. It's too early to keep poor gears. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna get those blue gears again. Right now, just focus on the quality and use those quality gears to dictate, you know, the units that you start to focus on. Because I told you, like, why would I not start building a Nemophilia when I have even one piece like this? If you get even one piece like this, like a piece that has like a 1 in 500 or even 1,000 chance of dropping, use it on that unit. That one piece puts you leagues ahead of your opponents. So, and even my Shura, I literally only I only rolled for Shura because I got this piece right here. Why would I not now use Shura? So this is the logic that you need to think about. What kind of gears do I have? What units can use my gear? And then build a team around that. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. The Gotcha Mogul. Feel free to subscribe, leave a comment below. You guys leave some input. I'm new to this game as well. If you guys are hardcore JP PvPers, leave some comment below. Maybe I have the 3 speed thresholds wrong. Maybe there's some different information when it comes to speed tuning your teams on PvP. But I love criticism. I'm going to keep making these videos, and I'll see you guys later.